Hello everyone, Tach my butt will help games coming at you with another Let's Play. And in this Let's Play, I'm going to play Quest 64 on the Nintendo 64. Quest 64 is an action RPG game where you take the role of Brian, a magical apprentice, set out on a quest to prevent a potential calamity in the world. As many times as I've played this game, I've yet to give myself a true challenge, and so today I'm going to do that. I'm going to play this game and challenge myself to play it a particular way. So I've imposed the following rules. So I like to call this the Elemental Dream Challenge, if you will. I know it's not the best of names, but hear me out. So the dream part of this Elemental Dream Challenge is that it's a no-death run, where basically if I die, I have to start anew. With the exception of I gain checkpoints. These are the rights to save after defeating the bosses, be it the main bosses or mini bosses, or after I've obtained a few of the key items. Most of the key items are obtained after you defeat a boss, so it's kind of redundant, but still I want to say that because I think there might be one or two that you can obtain without having to actually fight a boss. And I'll get more into why I added that as a rule as I play. The second part, the elemental part, is this. Each time I have to start anew from the very beginning, I have to change between one of the 4 attributes the game has to offer. That is earth, fire, water, wind. Each of those attributes can be leveled up to level 50. So I want to try to get those maxed out, and once I make it to 50, I'll go on to the next one. Probably either in clockwise order, as you'll see in the game, or in ascending order based on letter, with one exception, water. And again, I'll get into that as you'll hear in the video. So that's 2. I can use healing items, and I must fight as long as my health is above the single digits. The moment my health hits 9 or below, I'm allowed to run away from battles if I need to. Otherwise, I must fight. There's a lot to do in this game. There's going to be a lot of battles, and if I don't give myself a way to escape from battles, especially in the ones where I'm being overwhelmed, I'm going to be restarting a lot, and I don't think that's going to be fun for all people involved. So I want to do that. It's going to be a bit of a journey anyway, because I'm going to explore the land, try to level up as high as I can, because I need as much help as I can get. But I still want to make it somewhat accessible to where I'm not constantly, back at the start over and over and over again. Same with those checkpoints. I don't want to keep having to start back over and over and over again. So, I think I've blabbered on. This is probably one of the longer intros that I've done, and I do apologize for that, but I wanted to make sure I got those rules out. So much so that you have no idea how long it's been since how long I've been trying to record this intro. So, we're going to begin the Quest 64 Elemental Dream Journey. And without further ado, gamers, let's game. Oh yeah. So here's the story of Quest 64. Yeah. This is where it tells you a little bit about what's going on in the game. And here we meet the adventurer, Brian. That is us, guys. We're going to be journeying as this little guy here to try to prevent calamity. we're going to try to prevent it as best we can. And we're going to try to do it all in one run. As much as we can, anyway. I had to add checkpoints because this game can be brutal, as you'll probably see here when I get started. But I thought I'd run through a little bit of this so that way you can see what I may be encountering as I play. And yeah. This is it. This is the story. Good old Celtland. And that's the intro. Alright, so as I mentioned in the intro, we do have a few rules in place. And so, as a quick reminder, here's what we're getting ready to get ourselves into. Alright, now that we've been reminded of what the rules are, let's go ahead and get down. Really quickly, as we start this new game, the first element that I'm going to run with is going to be Earth. So, let me show that there. Earth is going to be the first one. So, run one is going to start with Earth. And I think that's going to be the easiest for me to remember is going clockwise with a skip over of water. And to explain why... Hold on. Brian, even though I've begged you not to leave, you still say you must go after your father. No matter how wonderful your powers may be, you're still just a child. Your father, Lord Bartholomew, left in search for the stolen Earthen book and has been missing for a month. No wonder you're worried about him. Contained in the words of the book is a power that exceeds human knowledge. I wonder who could have possibly stolen it from the crypt of the monastery. If an evil person should use it, the country and all its cities will be destroyed, and the spirit's blessings will disappear, and Celtland will once again be visited by a day of grief. Bartholomew's disappearance may mean he's caught in the fighting over the book. If you go, you may find yourself in danger as well. If you still insist, begin by going to Dondoran. I'll ask the king of Dondoran Castle to protect you. Yeah, here we are. In the throes of the game. Woo. He. So, to show you, see down there at the bottom there? I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. There are 4 elementals: fire, earth, water, wind, and each one correlates to the D-pad here. So, this one is fire. Gotta make sure I'm looking at myself. So this one's earth, fire, wind, water. I'm starting with earth, and thankfully I'm starting with earth. So instead of me going in alphabetical order, I'm going to go around in the circle and get to water last, because water is the one that would help make the adventure go not necessarily the easiest, but it's the one that would probably make the challenge a little bit easier for me to handle, especially out in the wild, because water has all the healing spells. So as I make my way through the castle, and the good news with this game is that I don't have to talk to people, but if I wanted to, I could. Some people actually do give you items in this game, so it may be worthwhile to talk to a few folks, but for now, we're not doing that. I will avoid, talking to people as much as I can. If I remember correctly, I think think one of the things is there's something here, I think. Or maybe not here, maybe in another room. I'm looking for the spirits that help me level up. Hopefully there was one in here. I hate to go back and find that out. The good news is there's actually fast travel in this game. For those who've never actually heard of this game before, there is a fast travel system in here. It's called, they use a system of wings, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Man. Okay, let's see. Skip talking to this person, just rolled into their room. Hey, I'm here. Rolled into their room, did a lap, and walked on out. The earlier days of video games, of RPGs nonetheless, where you could do stuff like this and then just no one bats an eye, no police officer to come and throw you in the brig, no principal to throw you inside detention. You just maneuver your way through. Oh yeah. So, I may have mentioned this in the intro, depending on which intro you got. It took me almost an hour to record just me saying that this is a challenge, what the challenge consists of. I was having a perfectionist moment. So, oh, by the way, TV's here. So, because I'm playing on the 64, the console, so. Which makes this challenge even more dangerous because the game could, it very well could, that's my item list, the game could very well just like freeze and cut out, and in which case it'll be you probably hear like a sad cry of pain from me. Alright, let's go ahead and get this. Alright, Dewdrop. That'll help me get my MP back up. Magic power, by the way. Alright, let's see. Now, I know there's one in here. Besides loaf of bread. Nope. I know I'm not misremembering this game. Wait. I guess maybe I am misremembering about this game. There was one in here. Maybe not. I could have sworn there was an elemental in here. Well, I guess not. It would be too easy if there was one in here. This is the way forward. I'm not sure if y'all can see that, but that's the kind of thing that I'm worried about with this recording this on the system. It's little things like that. If that should happen to mean that the game is going to go, I've had enough time for me to close out and crash. Like I said, if this thing crashes, you're gonna probably hear pains of grief. The elementals here, see? It even has a little map to remind you. Earth, fire, wind, water, heart, gold planet. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Captain Planet. We're the Planeteers. You be two. There is a door or two here. Oh, never mind. I see it. It's across the way. Just trying to collect my stuff. Now, remember correctly, you give me bread. See? I told you, sometimes talking to people will get you items. So, This one is, welcome to the kitchen, laddie. Your quest sure to be a long one. Please take this fresh bread. I made it myself. So the cool part is that whenever I run out of fresh bread, I can come back to this person and they'll give it to me, see? Thanks, Pat. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the chest. Bread is important because that's how I recover my health. And each type of bread recovers a certain amount of health, as you can expect in these types of games. Honey bread recovers more health than regular bread, and so forth and so on. Alright, well, thank you for the bread. I'm out with the capital O. Man, I feel like I'm missing some stuff, but I guess not. Now, I remember where this one is. Man, I do feel like I am missing. And maybe it's not in here. Maybe it's in another area. That's why I said I think I might be misremembering where these things are. But you see this little bubble? I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but this little bubble popping up. That is a spirit. If I do that, I get to select the element. And like I mentioned, my first element is going to be Earth. And the more of those I collect and put in the Earth, the stronger my Earth spells will be. Now, here's a little thing that I wasn't quite sure about. It had it in the guide, well, it had it in the book. And that is that this game's supposed to have an element system where like each element had a weakness and strength system, but I don't think they implemented it in the game. And if they did, they didn't do a good job of implementing it in the game, put it that way. Because there was no way in the experiments that I've done in playing it, there's no way to tell the difference between how much damage you're doing to an enemy that's supposedly fire-based than an enemy who was like wind-based, no matter what spell you use. As you can see, I'm trying to check out every nook and cranny because I'm going to need, like I said, I'm going to need to level up my spells. They're going to need to be leveled it up. For those of you who are wondering, yeah, it's playing games like this where I got the idea of not using Torrent in Elden Ring, because in this game there's no horse. You have to walk. And speaking of walking, so I just told you that in this game you kind of have to walk wherever you got to go. This includes after boss battles. So you know how in certain games, this game has no autosave feature. So you know how in certain games, you could beat something and then there'll be like a save point will be super close by. Well, in this game, that's not a thing. The save points in this game are mostly ends. And I would save now, but that would defeat the purpose of this run. Well, actually, I forgot I could do that and not actually save. So I'll show you in a bit. Still looking for these elements as I try to remember where they are. As you can tell, my memory isn't all that good. Oh, and there's a day and night cycle, if you can believe that, in this game. Yeah, I know that my statements are going every which way, but again, there's just so much to talk about in this little game that people have said is unfinished and just not good, but like I said, I enjoy it. I think I mentioned that already. Sorry. I'm rambling again. That's what I do, though. What I do. Look at the little sheepies. Bah. See? Bah. Yep, there it is. I couldn't see you at first. But there he is. Whoop. Whoop. Alright, my rock is still at level 1. This is going to be a hard fought battle. Alright. Alright, I think there's something in here. Yep, see? Just roll into people's sheds and just take what I want. I got more bread. Bread. Alright, I'm out. See you, sheepies. Oh, wait, I say that. Did I already come all the way down here? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Peace out, sheepies. Alright. So, for those of you who are probably having a panic attack about the camera, I can't control that either. Like, deathly serious, cannot control the camera. As much as I want to, I cannot. She's worried about her kiddos. They're out here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, not going that way. Yeah, see, all her kids are in the backyard. They're fine. Wish I could go and tell her that. You know, it's all good. Speaking of, so we probably jump cut to this part, but we'll see. Depends on editor me what I feel like doing. So here's where the fast travel system comes in. Ingram will give me these wings. And the wings will only work in wide open spaces like wings should. Alright, so the wings. So as you can see, I have my items. So I got a bunch of dewdrops. I got some fresh bread and some honey bread, and I have these wings. So these wings allow me to fast travel to the different cities. If I have a pair, and I can use, so when I'm out in the field, I can use these to fast travel back to the city that I went to. This is one of those things that I never used as a kid. Well, kid me is a bit of a dummy. So it's one of those things I didn't think about. So like after defeating a boss, what's to stop me from getting out into the area where all I need to do is use the wings and the wings will take me to the city I need to save? Kid me didn't understand that concept. We got some story things going on here, but before that, I gotta loot the room. So I think that takes stuff like that takes me back to the in my research how people would talk about this game not being completely finished or whatever, and it's like, okay, I can see now. Shannon. Hello, Master Apprentice. I am Shannon. I've been traveling hither and yon all over Celtland. I see you're setting out on a quest too. I trust we'll run into each other along the way. Alright, so before I go on my magical journey, I just want to show you something. This is the only place where you can save. And it's where it also refreshes your health. This is a hotel. So you do that, and it takes you here. And you'll just click something and you'll save. I'm not gonna save. Just gonna, want to show y'all that. That is the only place. I think there's one other place outside of... Do I want to set out at night? I don't. So much like other games currently, setting out at night is not a good idea. Yeah, I'm just gonna rest. Yeah, I'm gonna rest for the night. Yes, I am. But I am not going to save. Alright, so hopefully it's daytime out there. Cool. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Starting at night is asking for trouble. Look at these guys, just playing along, not a care in the world. I feel like there's another elemental somewhere in here, but I don't think so. I think I got all of them out of here. So it's time for me to start my magical journey with Earth. So, a few quick things. The further off the beaten path I'm on, the more likely I am to face monsters. However, this game is unique in that you will still have to fight monsters even if you're on the road. So it doesn't matter if you're following the road or you go off the beaten path, monsters will be waiting on you, lurking at every corner. That said, no, not this way. I think the first one is up there. Yeah. Dude. Uh-oh. Ow! My face. So with this combat system, I can move around when they attack, but, you know. So I can avoid some attacks by just simply moving. But unfortunately, because I'm super close to these guys, moving only puts me back in harm's way. So, boom. And if I ever run out of spells, I can do this. Alright. Oh, wait, something else. Oh. Come on, what is it? Oh, start. Duh. So, I can keep track of my stats and everything from here. Up that speed. I can... I don't know what BGM is doing, but it isn't changing the sound of the music, I don't think. But yeah, see, I can track this. This is my level system. I'm at 75%, so I'm getting ready to level up soon. One battle. Alright. Oh, and by just basically living and existing, I can level these up. I think MP levels up. These level up just over time as I'm walking around and stuff, and I'm trying to remember. I think using my staff levels up one of those other ones a lot faster. Oh! Okay, I had to get out of this menu for it to work. Good to know. Wear hair. Of course, you won't get to know what their names are. I just thought about. Well, you do. Okay, good. I just thought about. There's the water. The water spells have one where you can actually look up the data on your monsters. So this is going to be fun. Level up time. Yes, I got level 2. Good. Alright. Wait. I came out this way for... Oh, no, there's nothing out here. That's why. So see, I came out that way for a reason. Alright. If I remember... Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey. Oh, okay. Ow, my face. Rock level 2. Meet bigger rock. Ow, my face again. Rock level 2. Bigger rock. Oh, I leveled up again? Heck yeah. Alright. Uh-oh. So, rock level 2 is interesting in that if the monsters were closer together, Actually, rock itself is an interesting spell in that if the monsters are close together, you can actually hit more than one monster. Unlike some of the other spells where they only hit one at a time, rock is unique and is one of the more unique spells where, because of its actual size, it can actually hit multiple targets. It was one of the coolest things I learned about the coolest things I learned about when playing this game was that you could do that. Like in most games, you have to hope and pray that the spell can do it. But in this one, it's like, rock, no problem. You're gonna stop hitting me, sir. Time for me to bunk you. You missed. Bop. I missed. Bop. Here we go. Alright. I know for a fact there's an elemental out here. There it is, I see it. So for those of you who are wondering, why on earth would I challenge myself to play this thing, knowing full well that I could be attacked at any moment, to the point where I could lose at any time? Why would I want to challenge myself like this? The biggest thing is why not? Oops. Get it? And collect it. Great. Now I have armor. Behold! Armor! That only works while I'm in battle. Keep that in mind. So, once the battle's over, the armor goes away. Alrighty. Oh! Other thing of extreme important note. There's no map. So I could get lost. Have I gotten lost in this game before? Yes, there have been times where I thought, oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. And it turns out that I ended up going in reverse. Oh no. Big Mouth is trying to use his water attack on me. Can't go too far. Oh, well, there's no need to worry about that because he's gone. Okay. So, I have to be careful when I leave because I think... Yes, I have to be careful when I leave battle because the camera will automatically... The camera should automatically turn me towards the direction I was already going. And Brian is in need of some help, so I'm going to go ahead and give him some of this bread. To use bread this early is kind of frustrating, but at the same time, I'm not using water. The ability to heal myself with just my magic spells, you would think, oh, that can't be... There's no way that can be OP. Well, it isn't. However, see what I mean by that rock thing, by the way? I mentioned it earlier. However, the fact that I recover MP by just walking, yeah, it can. Like, all I gotta do is walk a little bit, hopefully not be attacked while walking. Okay, cool. So this isn't one of those places. Going inside. Hello. I'm just here for this. But how are you, ma'am? You doing okay? You want some juice? Need somebody to talk to? Yeah, it's not. I'm gonna try. Well, thank you, ma'am. I'm out of here. You ain't have nothing for me other than telling me something I already knew. Alrighty, on the road. So, I have to make sure that I'm constantly going in a direction that leaves me... I have to constantly keep in mind where I'm going as I play this. Because if I don't, I can find myself back at the start. And it looks like rock is going to end up being my element, which is both a good and a bad thing. I'm trying to explain things. As I said, I played this game many times, and it's a good and a bad thing that rock is going to be the first. And that's all I can say. Without giving... Wait a minute. Are you... Oh. Well, I thought that there was a elemental spirit out here. There was not. And now the bunnies are here. Probably shouldn't be using this version. So, I mentioned the MP being able to recover MP. So it's besides using an item such as these dewdrops, another way to recover MP is to do this. So you can see I'm now at 13, and as I walk, I recover MP as well. So that's why it's like, healing spells are useful, but man, there's a lack of consequence for possibly overusing them. So I'm trying to avoid it. Hello, a new monster that I've not encountered. How are you, sir? Ow. And you can use rock as well. Okay. I missed. He missed. I didn't miss that time. And as you can see, I can run away from rock. So, I mentioned this in earlier battles, that you can actually dodge attacks by just moving or not being within range. And for the enemies, that's a bad thing. For me, it's a good thing. However, I can also miss with my attacks as well. I got Rolling Rock already? Oh man, my life is going grand. Rolling Rock. Before you know it, I'll be almost there. Hello, sir. I don't think you have anything for me. But on the off chance that you do. Dondoran and the Connor farce. Don't get careless in the woods. A robber is about. Man. Alright. On my way to Dondoran. Dondoran. Let's see. I could go that way. Darn it. I was looking for the thing. Well, you know what? Show you guys Rolling Rock real quick. So this is what I mean by being able to possibly miss. Let me get on back a little bit. That one actually hit him. Okay, that would hit him too. Well, when I say hit him, I mean it struck the target. It just counted as a miss. Their PD or armor defense were a little too high for my attack. Cool. All right. Get him. Alright, I'm almost to the next place, which will tell me about the robber. Hello, fellers. How you doing? Ow, my face. It would be nice if they could hit each other. But instead, they can only hit me. Let's put this arm up. How? How do you miss putting on spirit armor? Okay, hold on. I was trying to go this way. For that way is the Dondoran. Dondoran, I'm sorry. Whew. So other than that one creature, which uses rock spells, most of these other ones... Oh, it's nighttime, isn't it? Crap. Leave me alone. I'm trying to get out of the way. The more y'all leave me alone, the faster I'll get out of the way. Must make it to... I know what you're thinking. You just asked them to leave you alone. And yet, you're running away from the entrance door. Hear me out. Hear me out, hear me out. There's a spirit out here. Ow, my face. Ow, my ear. So yeah, there's a spirit out here. It's either out this way or the other way. And I'm going to try to catch it before I go inside. Because I am going to definitely miss it. I hit one, missed the other. Face! Sir, would you stop shooting me with fire? As you can see, Brian is tired. Brian is in need of health, badly. And right now, because I think I'm doing okay spell-wise, we're doing alright. So, the spirit I'm looking for is actually on the other side over there, I think. We're not going to worry. Hold on. We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to go on. We made it to the Dondoran. Help. Someone give me shelter, please. For I need shelter. Is this a house of shelter? Nope. It's somebody's house, alright. Hello. Okay. Okay, that's the way up. Wait. That's the way out. If I go down here, this is towards the beach. Yep. Some houses. I'm gonna go out here though. Why are you ladies out here? You know what? Never mind. Your little castle is safe, so I guess it's fine. think she would give me a drop of dew. Yeah. And I think she gives me honey bread. No, she gives me bread. So, thing is, as long as I have those items on my person, I can't get any items from the character. So that's the unfortunate side effect of having an inventory where you have those items. Okay, so I've been through here. Wait, do I have it? Oops. Oh, this is where I get the wings. Hello, buddy. How's it going? I have yellow wings now. These yellow wings are gonna be my saving grace. Because I get to use them to get back here. Which might end up being everyone talks about the robber in Connor Forest. It's frightening. He sneaked into the castle, tricked the guards, and stole the precious stone. The stone that he took is called the Earth Orb. It was used a long time ago to restore calm when a great disaster befell Celtland. I bet. The hotel. It's time for me to just take a nice little nap. Oh, hi Shannon, how you doing? Oh, it wasn't really quick. I assume you've heard that a robber is hiding in the forest not far from here. He's blocked off the road to Loch Kinderly. Just our luck. We're stuck here until the road opens again. So, yeah, that robber, he needs to be stopped. I guess I'll go and take care of him. People want to get across a lock. Hello, sir. May I have a nap? I am going to spend the night. Alright. Oh wait, I've been in here before. On my way to the castle! The castle! Whew. And again, we've only been at this for like, a few minutes. Almost an hour, but still. If I can make it through getting this Earth Orb, I can probably most of the people around here are talking about the robber in the woods. So whenever I go into a place, I'm just looking for spirits so I can level up and any goodies that may be in the room. If those don't exist, then I have no reason to be here. In the door. Alright. Nothing in here. Again, I can see why people felt like this game was it's lacking in a way. Poor sad fellow. He has more story for us again to talk about the bad guy. So the bad guy, for the lack of me talking to every person in the game. So the bad guy of this particular area, he stole the orb. And is using its power. He stole the Earth Orb and is using its power to basically wreak havoc in the area. And the army has fallen to him. and everybody's afraid to leave. So between the monsters that are outside, as you saw me getting almost ripped to shreds by those monsters, the monsters outside, and the bad guy hiding in the forest. Again, we'll get to that. Hello, princess. Don't mind me. I'm just here stealing your mint leaves. Ha! You enter unannounced? Your manners are worse than a thief's. But there's something about you. You're a magician, aren't you? Have you come to help us capture the thief? I wanted to go after him myself, but father forbade me to leave the castle. I command you to go into the forest and find the thief and return our rightful possessions. If you have the courage, my father will reward you handsomely. Sure, I'll go and get the earth orb back. But first, I'm just going to finish robbing you. Do drop old school RPGs. The one place for this to happen. I remember there was an old College Humor skit on YouTube. I think it's College Humor, where they talked about, basically made fun of how the main character of video games can kind of go into houses, like especially RPGs can go into houses and, kind of like wreck shop and then just leave. And this just reminds me of that skit so much. Yes. Let's see. Alright, so this way is another area within the castle. I'm just doing my due diligence. Doing my due diligence. Alright, I've gone everywhere. Now it's time for me to go talk to the king. Hello. Hello, king. I've requested an audience with you by barging in. What's up? So you're the master apprentice Grand Abbot has written about. Welcome to Dondoran. I know you're searching for your father, Lord Bartholomew, who's missing on his quest for the Eltel book. But I would like to help, but first I must take care of a most pressing matter. You may have heard that the brazen thief who stole the earth orb from my secret treasury. I sent my troops in pursuit, but they were helpless before the thief's black magic. Now he blocks the road to Loch Kildery. If you are to continue your quest, the roads must be once again made safe. So in short, you want me to go out there and do it? I guess. He had to have stolen the earth orb though. Earth orb. Fresh bread. Yes, I'm gonna need that. As a character who doesn't have any healing, fresh bread is about to be my best friend. No healing, no problem. Get you some bread. Oh, weakness. Alright. I have another spell to use. I got another spell to use. Do. Alright. Now that I've done all this, and I've explored, it's time for me to go after this boss. The good news is, for many of you watching, you probably skipped a lot of this, and since this is the first run, you probably won't get to see any of this again. Me, on the other hand, I have to do it all over again. And again, and again, and again. So, strangely enough, while I do want to complete this run without needing to restart, I gave myself a very hefty handicap by not using water as my starting element. I tell you what, because water as a starting element would have no way. Okay, so I know I didn't miss it. See, I could have sworn there was an element out here, but I guess it's not. You know what, you guys? You guys are making me angry. Face. No, that was the side of my head. Ear. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought I had rock level 3. Like, wait a minute. It's a bit too quick for that. Man, I could have sworn that there was another elemental out there. How did I miss? Well, I think I mentioned that earlier, that you can miss in this game. Besides it's telling you that you missed. Like, I missed that rabbit completely. Swing and a miss. Onward to the forest. The forest, I say. Alright. Now, I could take the road, which again, less likely for me to be attacked. Can't make that up. So. You know you're the man when you can just stand still and they still miss you. Oh well. By the way, you can't read these signs. But this is the forest. And the forest, I like to mention, just right off rip, is a pain. And strangely enough, while I do want to get that elemental, that element spirit, that spirit raise my element, I'm going to leave it. Because it's going to remind me of where I need to go. It's going to remind me that I hadn't. It's going to be something I could use later on. 15, man. Giant shoes. So giant shoes are important because it raises the range of my my battle circle for the battle. Now, why is it important to mention that to you? Because I'm not going to get another pair. Like, this game is somewhat stingy with the items that you get in it. And I say stingy, I mean, I think that's the best way for me to put that, is to call it stingy. You don't get very many items. You can't buy any items. I don't know if you noticed this. I don't have a currency. Oh, hey, wait, stop! Ah, my face! I don't have a currency. So there's no such thing as buying anything. It's just... Look, you. Alright, I am losing badly. Why I did that, I will never know. Alright, I'm allowed to run away now. But I'm not going to. I'm going to get this bread. And bop him in the head. Bop him in the head again. Alright. It is safe to say this forest is the most dangerous place for me to be. And I still have to explore some more. So let's do that, shall we? Oh, hey. How y'all doing? Y'all doing fine? Okay. Don't know how I missed. Celine's bell obtained. Alright, so what that does, other than bosses, it basically locks them in place. So, giant boot doubles my battle range, freezes my enemy. And again, the boot works on bosses, the bell does not. So, and this is the game's equivalent of being in a dungeon, so it doesn't matter if I'm on the road or not, something's going to attack me. The likelihood of me being attacked is super high, as you can see. Big rock. Huge rock. Marion Nasty. Alrighty. And I know for a fact that off the beaten path, somewhere nearby here, you... No! Okay, hold on. Because I feel like I need to get rid of these two. These two are way more dangerous than the kobold. The kobold, he's dangerous in his own way, but these bats are something else. Whew. Yeah, off the beaten path here is another, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. I wasn't going to at first, but I got no choice because, yeah, that's why. A new challenger appears. No, Brian, you're not supposed to miss, man. Missing is not good for us. But fine. Oh. Speaking of healing. Hold on. Let's do some weakness. Didn't work. Weakness. Alright. Now. Rock. Rock level 2. Because I'm out of magic points. Ow, my face. Yep. It's come down to a physical attack battle. I have no health. I have no magic. Apparently they had no magic. We're just at each other's throats. Oh goody. Alright. You again. By the way, I can use the other spells if I wanted to, like fire and wind and water. I just been leveling up rock, and rock is the highest level 1. So, spirit armor. I just feel like I'm gonna need it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need it. Because fighting against this thing, especially since it has the ability to kill me with what? Ooh, it missed. At the moment, it has the ability to actually kill me with 2 hits. Yep. I could run if I wanted to, but no. I actually thought that I thought that I had that. Well, crud. Alright, so here we are, beginning our journey with fire. I keep forgetting. Well, I didn't forget. I just didn't want to use the other elements because they weren't leveled up, so. But I may have to, like, actually use the lower level element of spells at some point. Despite the fact that they're level 1 and probably won't do as much damage, I may have to chip away at that. At least in the beginning, maybe? I don't know. I just get the feeling that the one thing that I thought was not working in this game actually works, and I didn't realize it because I'm just insane, I guess. But I could have sworn that the weakness thing did not matter in this game, because at one point in time I would attack something like the were-rabbits with rock, and it would do the same damage as if I attacked it with something else. Thinking about it, I guess it really isn't. Alright, that's going to stay there to remind me that I need to come back for it. Actually, no, I don't. I can come back for it. I can come back for it later, but I'm going to go ahead and grab it now. When you think you may have made a mistake. Hot steam. We don't need that right now, because I think hot steam is a close range ability. Boom. Well, I actually mentioned that it might be a close range ability. It is a close range ability. But I got this, so it's fine. Alright, so now went and got the one spirit that I skipped the last time. Hopefully I went back. Hopefully I kept that one. But after losing the last time, I am now on the fire one, as I mentioned before. Going in a clockwise circle. I went earth first. Now I'm on fire. These kobolds are gonna be the death of me. Okay. I gotta hope that this game is gonna give me more bread. But I should be... Oh! He's here. The one that I didn't see, the Fireball 3. Alright, Frog Knight. I just need to... The Frog Knight is not one to be trifled with. So if I can just stand still and kill him, then I will do that. It's weird I didn't run into it the last... Speaking of, I didn't run into it the last time. I'll be taking one of these. But where's the plant? Does this game actually have what's the word here? An algorithm that's based off of what element you use? Because I ran into the plant last time, but I didn't see the frog at all. Sure, that's what I wanted you to do. Use all your fireballs on one creature. Thank you. hate when that happens. I am really trying my best not to use... Hey, man. The bread. Because I'm going to need it to fight the robber in the forest. But these guys, they keep making life difficult. And I don't understand it. They're both gone. Thank goodness. 17. Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder if there really is an algorithm of some sort. Something that's in the background that determines which... Oh, there it is. I was wondering where it was, and it showed up finally. Yeah, you. The last time we fought each other, you killed me. Today, though. Today I know better. I think. Alright. And again, out there somewhere is another spirit. But I have to avoid it for now. Because if I go for it and I die, I'd have to go back to the beginning again. And while I love this game, I'm not sure I want to go through that again. Hey, man. What? I guess in this game there's no such thing as overkill because the one miss is probably the game's way of saying, nah, man, you've done enough damage. There's no need for this. There's a spirit somewhere out here. I know that there it is. There's another one somewhere else. But I'm not gonna do that. Alright, it's time for me to figure out what's going on with this robber guy. Now, before I face him, I can avoid facing him and get certain items. And I have to be careful because it's very... If I don't do it correctly, I can miss out on being able to get the stuff that I'm looking for. Whew. Alright, 1. Good. Honey bread. Bread is important, because I have no way of healing myself other than bread. And there's nothing over here. There's another chest behind him that I'm going to try to get to before the battle. But I think that one that's behind him is one of the ones that you can't get to before you start fighting him. Yeah, I don't think I can get to that one without fighting him. Oh, maybe I can. Hello. Mint leaves, so... I got enough dewdrops, I got enough whatchamacallit. I just need to fight.
Solvaring! What's this? What business do you have in the castle of Solvaring, king of beasts? Did that fool the Dondoran order you to come after me? Idiocy. I stole the earth orb and it's all mine. With it, I'll become the ruler of Kinshire. I shall show you humans what real power is.
Hey man, look, I really don't want any problems, but ow, I hate fighting you because I forget which direction I'm supposed to run in. Alright, I think it's this way. Nope, he is still hitting me. And alas, I must eat some honey bread. There's a way that I could avoid that, and I don't remember how. Okay. I think I can survive another one. Assuming that it can hit me. Yeah. Assuming it can hit me. Okay, look, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I think this one might be. I made it. I leveled up twice. And I got the earth orb. Fire is gonna end up being my starting element. Now I have to make it out the forest. I did mention that this game was brutal in the sense that the only way to save is to save in the towns. Now that I've beaten Solvaring, I actually have to make it back to the town. If I don't make it back to the town, then all of this will be for nothing. And the interesting part here is that I need to explore this area a little bit because there are elements around here, I believe. And I have no way of healing myself. I think this might be one of those cases of in this particular series I actually have to record everything, so it's not like I could go off hunting. Alright, it's gonna be fine. Die, plant, die. It's gonna be fine. We can make it. We can make it. It's gonna be okay. Ain't that right, me? It's gonna be just fine. We can do this. Alright, Kobold may have to wait. Oh, not anymore. Face. Burn. There it is. He kicks with whirlwinds, y'all. Whirlwinds. You know what? I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I wanted to get it. Well, see, in fighting this thing, I have to be close enough to hit it with fireballs. So that way when it does that, it won't matter. Oh crap. Would you leave me be? Would you leave me be, laddie? Burn. Okay. I'm at 19. Not anymore. Give me this. I'm alive. You know, I'm still mad because I was supposed to be able to dodge that attack from Solvaring, and I wasn't able to do it. Alright, my fireball attack is tenacious enough to make it through. Why it still only hit one of them, I'll never know. Oh, I guess I leveled up in the middle of that fight. Sir, why are you attacking the back of my head? Bat. Kobold. Bat. Kobold. Kobold. Must keep running to the castle. If I can make it to the castle, I can save and be cool. It would be nice if I could make it to the castle. Burn! Cooking? I'm almost there. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Can you feel it in your bones? Can you feel it in your blood? Can you see what's going down? Darn it. Take this. Be gone, frog. You're back again. But stand still. You missed. And now, be gone. What is with you, frog? It's as if though you guys... Wait. Did I get turned around? Please don't tell me I got turned around. Game? Did I get turned around? You can tell me. It's fine. I won't be too mad. Sad more than anything. Bread came in clutch. Oh, I didn't get turned around. Yahoo! As long as I didn't get turned around, my life was good. Alright. More bread! I'm taking a shortcut. Oh, snap. I need to go back. There's treasure awaiting me. Treasure, I say, treasure. Why am I following the road? Cut across. Go! Go, my trusty spellcaster! Go! Behold the road less traveled! Man, you beat the boss and the game is like, nah, man. We got a bone to pick with you, and it's like, look, I'm just trying to make it back. That's all I want to do is make it back. I did it. I did it. So, in this particular run, and again, forgive me for being silent, I didn't get everything that was in here that this place had to offer. I just kind of ran through. I mean, I got the spirits, don't get me wrong. I did get those. But everything else I did not get. So, I gotta go visit the princess again real quick. And then I can go tell the king that I got his orb back. Oh, king! Sir, I have something that you might like to see. Here you go. You have succeeded where my bravest knights have failed. It is just as Grand Abbot foretold. I hereby bequeath you the Earth Orb. It will help you in your search for your father and the Elatel book. Listen carefully. A hidden door behind the throne is open. You may take from it any treasures you need. Your courage must be rewarded. Thank you. I'm out. Open the door. Hello. I will be taking you. And you. Yeah, I got a healing potion. Alright. Cause replica. Oh, I can use that to help me escape. Hero's drink. I think that's I'm not even gonna lie to myself. I think that's healing though. 150 for healing. Yep. Replica. So healing potion, replica, and hero's drink is the recovery. Escape a fight. And no, I can't organize these, by the way. But just don't want to. Yeah, no organization. Well, now that I got the loot out of here, time for me to go ahead and save and stay at the inn. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the fire run. If you can believe that. I thought for certain I was probably going to die enough to where I'll be stuck with water, but apparently I managed to brute force my way and get through with fire. I forgot there's nothing up here. Before I save, hello. You see, I'm the owner of the Earth Orb. That's not an ordinary gem you have. That's not an ordinary gem you have. Don't let anything happen to it. I have a feeling you're the one capable of releasing its power. Yeah, I bet you do. Gilbert! Yeah, I'm going to stay tonight, and I'm also going to save. Here we go. Whew! I did it. Look, Ma, I made it. I managed to do it. It says 30 minutes, and that's because from the death of the first guy to this one, Took me 30 minutes. 30 minutes. But we made it.
We made it. We made it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to stop there. I made my first checkpoint. The run is going to be fire. So from now on, it's going to be the Fire Dream run or Fire Dream Adventure. I'm still working on the title. So that'll do it for this episode. It looks like it's going to be fire, the fire element that we're going to run through this game with. So it's going to be fun. I mean, believe it or not, fire is the one attribute or element that I like to use in these games, so it's kind of fitting that fire is the one I'll go with. Although that earth run was looking very promising. I guess, it just wasn't meant to be. That or I didn't make the right decision. But, that's for people to analyze in the comments, I guess. I don't know. Anywho, I am going to leave all this here, get ready to probably record something else, give my brain a break. But I hope that you enjoyed this first episode of the, again, working title, Fire Dream Run, Quest 64 Fire Dream Run. So far I have died, so I can't say that. So far with this one, I haven't died with fire. So, anyway, anyway, I'm not gonna ramble here long. I'll also do something very interesting with this video. So if you are interested in seeing what this adventure was, what this was like without the jump cuts of moving forward in time, please be sure to check out the video that's linked in the description below. I'm not gonna call it edited, but I'm gonna put a version up that basically is the long form of everything unedited, and the only edit that I need to make is basically making sure that everything fits on screen. So it'll be the unedited version of this, and it'll be a description below. It'll be in the description below if you want to check it out. See how it all went down, what all I did, including how I looted houses. And I think I'm gonna do that for all of these, so that way for posterity and for trying to keep it honest, I'm gonna have a version that is unedited, with the exception of basically making sure that you guys can see the screen. Because in this particular case, I recorded it where I had the dual screen. I had on one side the game and then the other, the thing. No, rambling. But yeah, so I'm gonna have a version where it's unedited. You get to see the whole thing all the way through from beginning to end if you want to, and then there'll be this version which you've watched all the way through, and I do appreciate that. But now that I'm done rambling, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm the ever thankful Tach Butler of H.U.B Games, saying please be sure to check out all things H.U.B Games in the description below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to reach a small goal of 50 subscribers by the end of the year. If we can get more, that's a plus. If I can get to 50, that's a good start. So, again, I'm rambling again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am the ever thankful Tach Butler of H.U.B Games, saying until next time, gamers, let's game.